Oh, hi there. Welcome back to the Full Cup Wellness with me, Queen VK. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of sleep and its links to the brain. Okay, so the first link between sleep and the brain is one of the most important ones, and it affects your lifespan. So deep sleep, quality deep sleep, when you get into that stage of restful sleep, that's when the brain detoxifies and gets rid of the proteins. There's some toxic proteins that build up in your brain during the day. So it's like almost like sleep is a housekeeping process that we need to keep our brain function tip top. And they say that shift workers have a shorter life expectancy, but also I found out that snorers and people with sleep apnea aren't able to get into that deeper level of sleep because they're constantly waking themselves up. It takes time to get into that level of sleep, and if they're just waking up constantly during the night, then they're only in that light stage of sleep. Consult my notes. Said that. Okay, so sleep timing and circadian rhythms will affect the times that you wake up. So, for example, if you create the habit of waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, checking your phone, feeling frustrated that you can't sleep, and then falling asleep a couple hours later and waking up groggy for work, then you'll create the habit in your brain. The rhythm and the sleep cycle will become a habit because the circadian rhythms, it controls daily cycling of the different proteins and hormones in our body that interact with our brain and control the different organs and the processes and that. So if you continually wake up at 4 o'clock, you've woken up at 4 o'clock once, you had a poor quality sleep, and then you check your phone and you try to get back to sleep, and then the next night it happens again, and the next night, and you keep waking up at 4 o'clock, and you're lying there and you decide to check your phone. Now when you check your phone, if you don't have a blue light filter on your phone, then you're reducing the amount of melatonin. Was it melatonin? Melanin. I always get those two mixed up. Melatonin is the one I mean. It's the sleep hormone that makes you feel sleepy. So when your brain, the pineal gland in the brain releases melatonin in the late evening time to get your brain ready for sleep. But if you look at blue light, then you've stuffed up that pattern in the body, that function, and you've suppressed melatonin from being produced by your pineal gland, and it will probably cause insomnia. So if you notice you've got a lot of insomnia lately, ever since you got your smartphone, or ever since you downloaded a new app, then it's probably because you're not letting your brain wind down before sleep time. It's also really important to have no screen time before bed, or have that relaxation to wind down, I guess. I personally, I have my blue light filter comes on my phone at 9 p.m. and turns off at 6 a.m. So you can consider having an automatic blue light filter. Most phones have it inbuilt, so you don't need to download an extra app. There's another option if you use your laptop or computer before bed, or during the evening, if you work during the evenings, you can wear blue light filter glasses with a blue light filter lens. They just look like clear reading glasses. They don't look blue or anything or any strange color. And yeah, you can just you wear those instead of putting the automatic filter. I think most computers and laptops have a blue light filter function anyway, and you can adjust all that in the settings. Have a look. It could fix your insomnia issues. Oh yeah, back to habitual 4 a.m. awakening. That's what I wrote here. You can stop that from happening by not looking at your phone at 4 a.m., not waking yourself up. Even if you probably will feel those hunger pains and that, because there's hormones that are affected by sleep that make you feel hungry or full, and they cycle with your circadian rhythm if you've had good quality sleep. So it's another thing. I wake up, if I'm not asleep by like midnight, I start getting hungry and then I want to eat, and instead of sleeping. So I know, I can identify that my sleep, that I need to be asleep if I start getting hungry, because apparently when you have short sleep, so there's a study done, and people had 8 to 9 hours sleep, and the other group had 5 hours sleep, and then their leptin levels, leptin is a hormone that makes you feel full, and their leptin levels decreased if they only had 5 hours sleep. If they had a poor quality sleep, they called it, then your leptin decreases, which makes you feel more hungry. So it's a trick. It's like your body's not ready to sleep or go into fasting mode, so it's going to get hungry again. Whereas if you were going to sleep at the right time, I was going to say, like the same time every day, and you're training yourself to have good quality 7 to 8 hours, 7 to 9 hours sleep, some people need 9 hours, then you've got the cycling, your circadian rhythms are in sync with your hormone levels and all that, and that's how you get like better health, better well-being, just by making sure you get about 7 to 9 hours sleep at the right time. The right time, I mean, like, you want to be awake during daylight hours and sleep during the night. Our bodies are affected by sunlight as well. Different hormones and vitamins created or processed in sunlight. Yeah, I think there are a lot of reasons why shift workers have a shorter lifespan. It must be such a hard way to live. I wouldn't be able to do it myself. I commend people who do work shift hours, because it sounds so challenging, all those nurses and police officers and all types of people. Applause to you. Oh yeah, so if you don't want to wake up at like 4 a.m. every day, what I would do is, I would address my insomnia like as an overall health thing. So I don't have caffeine after 10 a.m. normally. I don't normally have caffeine during the day. I have it maybe once a week. I mean, like a cup of coffee. When I say caffeine, I mean a cup of coffee, but I very rarely have a cup of Coke or those caffeinated drinks. And the other thing would be sleep time, getting yourself to sleep at the same time every night, so that you can get that circadian rhythm and the sleep timing going and functioning as best as it can for your body. And talking about insomnia, actually, I want to mention sleep aids. So my favorite, when I definitely can't sleep and I'm just having the worst time, it's been hours and I'm just lying there all awake and my meditation hasn't worked. I'll get to the meditation thing in a minute, but it's a supplement. I've got it here. Let me just grab it. What's it called? high strength valerian by Swiss Multivitamin. So yeah, different multivitamin supplement brands have valerian root. Sometimes they call it valerian root, I think. This one just says valerian, but one of those puts me right to sleep, and I don't have any grogginess or drowsiness or anything. Sometimes it doesn't allow me to sleep through the night. If the insomnia is really bad, it will let me get to sleep, and then I'll sleep for a few hours, and then if I wake up again, you just take another one and you can sleep until morning. I highly recommend it. I don't think there are side effects. I don't know if other people have side effects from valerian root, but have a look. Ask your doctor if you need to beforehand, but they're just at the chemist off the shelf. The other thing is meditation. So I was able to, I guess, harness my insomnia over years of meditation practice, like years, over 5 years of learning meditation, mindfulness meditation, but also there are different types of sleep meditation, or different types of meditation that can help you get into sleep. I think it's called yoga nidra. There are the body scan meditations you can do, which is basically you check in with your body. You kind of like feel where you're feeling tense or pain or not relaxed, and you acknowledge that, and you try to let your muscles relax, and you go through each body part, each finger, each toe, and you relax each one. And usually you fall asleep by like you get to your left eyelid and you're already asleep. No, that's a thing. Like when I close my eyes ready to sleep, I find that like I'm tensing my face for some reason, so I have to tell myself, relax the muscles. And it actually, like, you tell yourself in your head, not out loud. Unless you talk to yourself. I don't talk to myself out loud, but I do in my head. But you tell yourself to go through each muscle group and just relax them. Usually it's my face and my shoulders that are all tensed up when I'm stressed or thinking about something stressful. That's what that causes insomnia too. When you're lying in bed, you're just thinking about the past or the future or something stressful that happened in the past. So that's where mindfulness meditation comes in handy, because if you're able to get to the present moment and focus on the present, then you're no longer worrying about the past or the future, something that you forgot to do or something that you have to do tomorrow. It's not serving you any benefit if you're just thinking about it while you're trying to sleep, because you're not doing anything about it. You're not solving the problem. You're just making yourself an insomniac. All right. So, there are so I mentioned a lot of hormones and interactions between organs and the brain and that. So I'm going to make another video a bit later on addressing some of these hormones. I've talked about leptin, melatonin. I mentioned melanin, but I didn't mean to, but that's the sunlight one. And ghrelin, that's a fun one. It's a funny word, ghrelin. Who named that? That's the hormone that makes you feel hungry. It's the opposite to leptin. So even though leptin's affected by sleep, ghrelin isn't. Ghrelin is, it increases before a meal to make you feel hungry, and then after a meal it drops off. So you no longer feel hungry, but that's when leptin's supposed to come in and make you feel full. But that doesn't always happen. So, all right. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you liked what you see, and visit my website, thefullcupwellness.com, for more from me, Queen VK. Thank you. Bye.